Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope and pray that you are doing well. I am stopping on for a brief lunch break tutorial. I put this on another platform and I thought I'd come and bring it to you guys as well because I've been getting a lot of emails and DMs from people that are interested in starting a business during this crisis. Now, I have been truly an advocate of always having something to fall back on. Excuse me, I broke my glasses in the midst of all this stuff. But anyway, I've always been an advocate of doing more than enough. And so if you're not familiar with me, my page and all of that, my name is Nichelle and I am the Startup CEO. I've been a business owner myself for about 28 years, doing multiple things, working in corporate America, consulting small business owners, helping people to start business, helping people to grow businesses, and manifest in the gifts that God has given them. Right now, we find ourselves in some very uncertain times, and not only for employed people, but self-employed people as well. I've always been an advocate of having additional streams of income for the simple reason I have been in the situation of crisis where I've had degrees and been without a job, had degrees and lost jobs due to one thing or another. I've been broke, I've been bankrupt, all that kind of stuff wrapped up into one package. So when I say the necessity of the times really catches up with you, it truly does. And I'm saying that for the simple fact that I've had so many people reach out to me and just asking simple things like, what do I need to do? Because I don't know if I can do this any longer. Even before the crisis hit, people were not making what they deserve to make. And when I say deserve, obviously, if you've gone to school and you have acquired the education necessary for you to earn a certain minimum wage or salary or whatnot, you deserve to have the income that is designated for your position. You deserve to have the income for the knowledge that you retain. People pay employees for the knowledge they have. When you get your degree, they're paying you for the knowledge that you have. So in response to the questions and all of the emails and some texts, only special privileged people have my text, my phone number to send me text, but I've gotten emails, I've gotten DMs on my social media pages. I thought I'd bring this information to you. My ultimate goal always is to help people to up level to their next level. I believe there's enough space, there's enough room for all of us to achieve whatever success is deemed to us. Because success to me may be totally different than what success is to you. But whatever you want to achieve in life, I truly believe that we're all given gifts from God that we can elevate our lives from one way, one situation, or another. So I'm going to give you 8 tips that I know that I utilize with my customers, my clients that I coach and consult in business on a regular basis. I also do life coaching because it kind of comes in conjunction with business coaching, helping people to get the right mindset. I shared on my business Instagram yesterday, and I was talking to some people about how to get your mind right during this time. Even if you already are an established business owner, it can be a scary time right now because if people typically don't have money to spend to do the necessities, they don't necessarily have the money to spend on other things as well. But I tell you what, the president, whoever president he is, he's our president of the United States, whether you want to claim him or not, he's the person in charge, no matter how you feel about him or not. And we all have our feelings about what he's doing and how he's doing it. But the point of the matter is we're in dire needs, and the country knows that. Small business owners such as myself and other small business owners, we know that we must do something to move forward and towards getting ourselves out of financial catastrophe if we're there. And if you're not there yet, some way, some shape, or some form, all of us are going to be impacted by this travesty, whether it's your loss of a job, whether it's somebody in your family, whether it's the virus itself. I'm so tired of Corona. I'm telling you, been up in a house, and it's been a great time because we've made and manifested in our gifts with one another. And but you never expect things to happen like this. And so, and that's the purpose of planning. As a strategist, I always talk about people planning for the what if, because there's always going to be a what if in our lives. Always. It's in the Word of God. I was looking through my scriptures, and I typically every morning I get up, I read my scriptures, and the morning scripture was, to 26 and 20 is in Isaiah, sit tight, sit still. And I really paid attention to when one of my cousins on Facebook had stated it was a date. I didn't even pay attention to the date until she said 3/26/20, and I'm like, wow, that's today's date. And a lot of times we don't pay attention to direction as people. We don't listen to others. And see, God puts people in front of us all the time that are teachers. And it's the selfish component of us that don't want to listen to other people, because perhaps maybe we have that know-it-all mentality. We have that mentality, nobody can tell us nothing. I'm speaking from a parent, because I've been telling my young adults, they're not teenagers no more, that they need to sit tight. You need to sit down. You need to chill and sit in the house until this is over, because we're older. Heck, I'm 50 years old, and I'm like, I'm not trying to catch nothing. I don't want them catching nothing. And we all know that the government and the medical professionals say you need to sit tight, because we all need to act like we have this virus. So in the midst of all of that, I wanted to share with you these 8 tips that if you are interested in starting your own business, if you are interested in growing your business, there are several things that you can do. This broadcast is really going to cater to people that are interested in starting a business. And I am team job, okay? I'm going to tell people, I never tell people to quit their jobs. I'm not that business consultant, that business coach, that life strategist, life coach that will tell you to quit your job. Why? Because a job is an extra stream of income. And if you are blessed to have a job that you like and you love, and it's paying you benefits and a salary and all that kind of stuff, keep your job, okay? I'm the first person to tell you that, because every business that I've started, I always had a job with it. I always had a job, and that was an additional stream of income. It gave me benefits. It gave me the privilege and the lifestyle that I desired to have. However, I always had me some hustles on the side. Always. Never have not had a job with a business attached to it. Always have been that way. Why? Because I like life. I like traveling. I love living good. I love having the lifestyle I desire. And I don't like nobody putting a cap on what I can do in my life and telling me that you can't live this kind of life because you don't make this amount of money. Wrong answer. Nichelle always had her side hustle. Ain't nothing new in my life, okay? 28 years, I've been a business owner, all right? So I'm going to share with you these 8 tips. And if you are serious, I only deal with serious people because I don't have time to play games with people. I only like to deal with serious people that are really ready to up level to their next level. If you're thinking about it, we can have some conversation, but we probably won't go far. And I'm a very honest person. Some people can't take honesty. Some people like to be lied to, for the simple reason when you lie, you make people feel good. I've always been an honest person. You can either like me or love me. It doesn't matter. As long as I know the man above loves me, that's all that counts to me. And I speak by that, I live by that, and I do by that. And if you go around living your life waiting for other people's approval, valid confirmation of you, you will never achieve what God has for you. I truly believe that. So the first thing that you need to do if you're interested in becoming a business owner is you need to research. You need to learn what it is that you want to do, how you want to do it, who else is doing it, what kind of impact can you have in the territory, in the market that you're seeking to gain respect in, authority in. And once you understand that and start toggling what type of business you're in, I see people all the time that hate their jobs. And I'm like, you have skills because you're on that job. They paying you minimum wage or hourly or salary, for those skills. You can use those skills, especially if you love them, in owning and operating a business of your own. And so researching that market, understanding that market, understanding how that market works and what kind of impact you can make in that market, that's your business, especially if you love it and like it. Now, some people will tell you don't have to like or love what you do in order to start a business. I totally disagree with that, because if I don't like it, I'm not going to be interested in it. No matter how much money it pays me, I'm not going to be interested in doing it unless I get so loaded that I can hire somebody else to manage it and I not be there. And things happen like that. You do have owners and operators of businesses that are not hands-on to the operation. They're just there for either money, collateral, moral support, experience, knowledge, things of that nature. So research the market before you just jump out into it. A lot of people tell me, I want to be a life coach. I want to be a business coach. Well, what type of experience do you have to share with other people that you can help them do that? This market is wide open. It's not regulated or anything. I just happen to solidify mine with an MBA, a BA, and finishing up a PhD, 30 plus hours in mental health and tons of certifications and licenses. You know, have something valid to share with people why you are an expert in what you do. And then not to mention, I've been a business owner for 28 years, so I can share with you the ups, the downs, the frowns, the bankrupt, all that kind of stuff wrapped up into one package. Okay? Research. Number 2, you want to decide on what type of business name you're going to start. I got the TV over there. I'm eating breakfast, got the TV, talking to you. So you want to decide on what type of business name you want to have. Now, I've done several videos. If you're not connected with me on YouTube, go over to the Startup CEO Lifestyle TV. If you're interested in my content, subscribe to my channel. I upload daily content about business, not daily, weekly content about business, lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. And you can see a lot of things that I've shared over all my platforms that I'm active on regarding business and why your business name is so important. Your business name is so important because it literally reminds people of who you are, what you do, and it can speak volumes as to what you do. Most people, when I'm helping them to start a business and they tell me their business name, I'm like, we might want to go back to the drawing board, because that may not be a good name if you're going to have longevity in this business to start it. You know, we really need to think about the name. And I just go back to being a parent when I was naming my children, how important it was for me to give my children's names of authority, you know, not names that didn't have an impact. I wanted to give them names of authority. And in giving your business name of authority, it will have longevity. It will have meaning and substance behind it. So when you're deciding on a business name, be careful with that. You know, unless you're going to be up and changing your business name on a regular basis, which, you know, some people do. You know, I'm in several industries, and in different industries I've been in, I've seen people change their names. You start questioning why people keep changing their business names. Are they running for something? Or is it because they're growing? Or is it because they failed there? You know, you want to pick a name that really solidifies who you are and what you do and how you do it. Okay? There's something about a name. Think about it. The names you remember. My name is very memorable, but people always want to put an M in front of it. And it's just Nichelle. People want to call me Nicole and all that stuff. I clarify on a regular basis. I'm Nichelle. And I'm profound at letting people know it's not an M, it's not Nicole, it's Nichelle. All right. So be proud of the name you choose. Make sure it's a name that not only you can relate to, but your proposed customers can relate to as well. That's number 2. Number 3, you want to decide on a business structure. Now, here's why a business structure is so important. Okay. A business structure is so important because it literally decides upon your tax basis, how your business will be filed with your state, local municipality, and how it will be defined by the government. And so there are several structures that you can designate for your business, and I'm not going to go through all of them here. If you want to go into detail about that, set up a strategy session and we'll discuss and go through different ways and different types of businesses that will really fit the business that you have. But the most common 2 types are, well, there's several types. Sole proprietor, which, you know, I have some feelings about that. I'm not a CPA, so I would recommend you talk to a CPA about that, a professional certified public accountant. But I would never recommend anybody become a sole proprietor. But again, different structures, different business. There's LLC, limited liability company. That right there has its own focus and standards for starting and operating a business. Then there's a corporation. So you really have to understand the structures of business, and it's like 5, 6 of them that you can utilize to start your business to be legal. You know, there are a lot of people with businesses. Majority of them aren't legal. When it's legal, it's justified by the state. You can go Google the business and it's in the state records. Okay. So all my businesses are legal. They're all registered with the state that I live in. And if you want authority, if you want to be legal in doing business, and you should want to be legal. If you're going to collect compensation from people, you want to be legal. It's just the right way to do things. And I'm all about doing the right way to do things as much as possible, all the time possible. Okay. Ethics. We have to talk about ethics in business. I remember taking business ethics in college, Clark Atlanta University. Ethics was very important. Nothing has changed. You know, the scheme of business has changed in some capacity, but ethics will still remain the first and foremost part of a good, growing, solid business ethics. Get you a business structure. Number 4, you want to register that business, and I kind of tipped on that with number 3, register with the Secretary of State. This is really easy to do, and I have a lot of young people, and I'm so excited. I love my young people coming to me, ask me how to start a business, and they tell me what they want to do, and you could go do this yourself. Really, you can go with the state and start a legal structure for your business. Get it, understand, recognize with your municipality, state, wherever you are. Every state is different, but most of them require you to register your business with the state. So I recommend you do that. It's real easy to do. You can go do that yourself. However, some people don't have time. Some people don't feel like they have the knowledge, and that's where they hire professionals, such as myself and others, to go and do it for them, because it's not as simple as that. You can go register it. It's easy to start a business. It's hard to grow a business. It's hard to maintain a business. It's hard to develop a business. It's hard to profit in a business if you don't know what you're doing, okay? So it's so important to do that. And I didn't have this on my list, but I'm going to throw that in there. So it's going to be 9 tips instead of 8. I always say you need a business plan. If you don't plan, you've planned to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's so important. I can't stand when I get these things in your I don't like Facebook DM. I really don't. Instant messenger, because I get so much scam. I don't have time. I really don't. But anyway, get your business plan. If you don't know how to write a business plan, there's some free templates that you can get online. But I always recommend hire a professional, such as myself and others. If you know somebody you want to work with, there are other programs that you can go to, SCORE, that helps you do all these things. SBA does that to help you do that. But you're going to get the basic information. People don't realize when you're hiring a professional, you're getting information that they've paid to get themselves. When you go through programs such as SCORE and all of that, they're going to give you the basic information, and basic information is free. All you got to do is Google it or anything of that nature. It's all on social media, different ways to do these things, basic information. But if you want that elevation, it's best to hire somebody to help you get there. Starting off, you can do it yourself. But elevation requires professional assistance. That's why people go get degrees from college. They need that professional assistance to help them get to that next level. Okay? So start their business plan, write their business plan, register your business with the state, make sure you're legal. And number 5, you want to get an EIN number. What is an EIN number? It's an employee identification number. And why is this so important? Your employee identification number designates you as a legal business, just like registering with the state. It also enables you to hire employees if you need to. Now, all of my businesses that I have, most of the time I deal with independent contractors. Why? Because I don't want to be liable for paying their taxes, benefits. If you're small, sometimes you can't afford to do all those things. So you really need to understand where you are in your business, what your goals are for your business, and how you want to proceed from there. Now, in certain businesses that I operate, I'm looking at really pursuing adding employees as we move forward. It just has not been beneficial for me in the time that I've had it, because most of the businesses that I do, I can have independent contractors. And most of the businesses that I do, independent contractors work for my business. Literally, it does. I love it. I love that. But some businesses, you may need to hire employees, and that's where your EIN number, your employee identification number, will be very important to have, because that's how you'll pay taxes. That's how you'll be associated with being operating as an official business with employees. So that's number 6 or 7, 5, whatever. The next one, number 6, you want to go open up a business account. Now, I have to talk to my new business owners all the time. Stop commingling your funds. Commingling, adding money together with your personal account, you really need to separate that. Really, it's hurting you if you don't, for numerous reasons. The number one reason why you need to separate it is because when you commingle funds, you can't tell what, sorry about that, my phone is telling me space is low, but you can't tell what's the business money and what's your money. And so separating your business account is so important for record keeping, for bookkeeping per se, for filing your taxes, and just being legal, a business account. When you get your EIN number, go straight to the bank with that letter that the Secretary of State sends you, that the IRS gives you, to go open up a business account in your business name. Solidify it. Make it legal, professional. checking account, savings account. You also want to get accounts receivable, things of that nature. Why is this important? Because you want to separate that money for bill paying purposes, for paying employees. Just structure. It's all about structure in starting a business. So that's number 6 or 7. Number 7, get your licenses, your permits. In some municipalities, you cannot have a business in your home. Make sure you know that, understand that, because you can be fined. So make sure you understand the laws and the bylaws of your county and where you are before you start that business in your home. Okay. So get your licenses, your permits. You have to pay money to do that as well, whatever your state mandates for it to be. And the last one I want to leave you with is leverage. Every business that I have, it piggybacks off another business. Real estate, home health, consulting, all that stuff. Those are the 3 main businesses that I operate within the entities that I have, and all of them piggyback off of one another. And I do that for the simple reason, I believe just like a job, you got to have an additional stream. So sometimes your business, like right now, real estate ain't bad, but it requires me to have something additional with it. Okay. And home health isn't bad, but it requires me to have some additional with it. You know, every business consulting, I'm always consulting all the time. Small business owners, and, you know, I'm getting contracts for bigger businesses, and I'm excited about that moving forward. All things need to have something to rely upon, just like your job. If you have a job, you need something else to rely upon. And right now, if this virus, if this situation with unemployment, just was looking at it just a second ago, the numbers are going to go up. If you haven't thought about starting a business, now is the time. You know, now is the time. I can't say that enough. Leverage. Every successful business has leverage, and leverage can be designated in so many different ways. So many different ways. So I hope and pray this message has helped somebody to at least think around the box. I don't believe in thinking outside the box because everybody do that. You know, Nichelle keeps it different. I think around the box. How can I get around this situation? Okay. What do I need to do to make an impact around the situation? Because we can all get out the box. But when we get out the box, will we do what's necessary and what's required to succeed? Most of the time, not. So I thank you for your time. If this information has been impactful for you, go ahead and share with somebody else. Again, you can learn more about what I do to help you by going to the link up there. I'm also on YouTube if you want to learn more about what I do there. Go to the Startup CEO Lifestyle TV. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and get all the goodies, information that I share. Business only. I'm on IG as well at Nichelle Womack for my business page. I always share inspiration, motivation, information to help push you out of your comfort zone and into the gifts that God has blessed you with. I'm here on my business page as well on Diversified Connections Consulting, which is my consulting company. You can connect with me here as well. Make sure you like the page and share with others. And I'm on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Okay. LinkedIn as well, all that stuff. But blessings and peace unto you. I pray that you stay healthy. I pray that you keep your family healthy. Remember, we can eradicate all these issues. It's written in the word. Stay inside the house until it's time to go. Blessings and peace unto you, to all the replay viewers that are coming in as well. Be safe, and I'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Is this going to finish?